bit of
We will be looking at when NFL players
a
get
different video today for you guys. So test it out, see what you guys think about it, and go from there. It's not gonna be a long video. I'm gonna give you guys my predictions for the first round of the playoffs this weekend for NFL, because football is my favorite sport, and I've never really dabbled into covering sports topics on this channel or predictions or anything like that. So I'm gonna test this out, see how well it does, and if it does well, then we'll go do it for the rest of the playoffs. Anyway, this year's playoffs is really interesting to me because there's teams in there that I could see as like sleeper picks to go all the way. And then you have your like no-brainer teams, obviously. So we'll just we'll start out on Saturday. You got Geno Smith and the Seahawks, who were able to make it in by winning against the Rams, and they, I mean, they're not the strongest team in the NFC, obviously, but and then so you got Geno Smith and Seahawks going up against Brock Purdy and the dominant Niners, who have been dominant pretty much all year. This one is back and forth on. I want to pick an upset, so I'm gonna go and pick the Seahawks. There were videos that came out about how Seattle is motivated and ready for the Niners, and Geno Smith, this is kind of like his revenge tour on all these teams. And I know the Niners have beaten the Seahawks, I think twice this season, but I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna say the Seahawks win, but barely. I don't think they win by a lot. If they win, it's either by a touchdown or 3 points. So the first matchup, I'm gonna pick Seattle over San Francisco. And you go to the next matchup is the Chargers and the Jags. The Chargers got healthy at the right time, which propelled them into this playoff spot. I heard that Mike Williams might not play, or he might play, I'm not sure. And then, so you got the hot Chargers who got hot at the right time going up against the Jags, who played in a division that wasn't really good this year, but they could look like a completely different team from last year. I'm picking the Chargers because I just think they're a better overall team, especially when they're healthy. And I think Justin Herbert's out to prove that he's not just he can play in the playoff and he can go far in the playoff. So I think the Chargers get it done. I think it'll be a good game, but I think the Chargers will pull it out and they might win by a couple scores. But I got the Chargers on that one. Sunday, you go to the Giants and Vikings. This one I'm gonna have to go with the Giants because Minnesota has shown cracks this season. At the beginning of the year, they played really well. They went on a really hot streak, and I think at the end of the year now they're showing cracks, and they're showing that they're not the team that they were at the beginning of the season. So I think given that fact alone, I think New York can go out there and pull off an upset victory. I think I can definitely see it happening. Then you go to the Bills and Dolphins. The Bills. Tua's not playing. Even if Tua was playing, I cannot pick against Buffalo in Buffalo. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they're all motivated this year to go far in the playoff, because they haven't been winning forever. They never won a Super Bowl. And I think they're extra motivated this year to do it for Damar Hamlin. And I think what a story that would be if, this all happens. Damar Hamlin he recovers and, he's all that. And the Bills do it for him and they win it all for him. I think that'd be a great story, honestly. So I'm picking Buffalo there. I don't see Miami going into Buffalo and winning that game at all. I just can't realistically see that. Cincinnati and Baltimore. If Lamar was playing, I might have given Baltimore a chance, but Lamar is not playing, so I do not think the Ravens stand a chance against Cincinnati. I think the Bengals are a strong team. Like I said, Joe Burrow is probably having one of his best years I've seen so far, and you got Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, like that offense is stacked. The defense is a little questionable, but I think even so, the Ravens without Lamar have been atrocious. So I think Cincinnati's probably definitely going to win that game now, because they're just a stronger, better overall team. And the Ravens don't have Lamar, and without Lamar, they play awful. They do not look like the same Ravens team. Now you go to the Bucs and Cowboys. I think this one might be one of the closest ones for the wild card round. You got the Cowboys who've not had a good track record in the playoff, and especially losing their last game to the Commanders. I'm not very confident in their ability to go out and win a playoff game because they have not done that. And you got Tom Brady, who his division stinks, so he's able to squeak in. Barely, but it's Brady, and I just don't think you can bet against Brady, especially when the Cowboys, like I said, have not won in playoff games and have lost some games they really should have won at the later half of the season. So I'm picking Brady, obviously, to go out and beat the Cowboys, and I think this one will be a close game. I think the problem with the Cowboys is they throw way too many interceptions, and that hurts them. And the offense, when that happens, the offense doesn't get it going. The defense is iffy sometimes. I mean, the Bucs are just, you got Brady. I can't bet against Brady. It's like betting against, the best players in all of professional sport. He's one of the best. He's the GOAT. So you can't bet against him. And, I mean, they got Mike Evans has just started getting hot now. The last game of the season, he went completely off. You got Chris Godwin, you got all those, his wide receivers starting to get in rhythm with him, and the offense is looking like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense now, and the defense is playing pretty good now, and so I can't take the Cowboys because of their track record in the playoff, and because of the fact that they lost some big games that they really should have won at the end of the season. So those are my predictions for the first round of the playoffs. And then, the first round buys obviously is Kansas City and Philly. So that doesn't really matter for now. But I think this playoff is going to be a good one. I'll do more if this does well. I will give my Super Bowl prediction in here. My prediction for the Super Bowl is either... my prediction I want to go with, and the one I think will happen, is the Bills and the Eagles. If it's not the Bills and Eagles, I could see the Bills and 49ers. But I like it. Well, not the Niners, because I want Seattle to win. So I want the Bills and Eagles. But those are all my predictions for the first round of the playoffs. Like I said, this as well. We'll do the divisional, the conference, and so on and so forth. But I was going to test some things out this week. Some different things, like tomorrow, we're gonna maybe what's tomorrow, Thursday? Maybe we start covering some, tomorrow, let's see, maybe tomorrow I start doing some TV show reviews. I am going to be reviewing The Last of Us because I've been anticipated for that. I'm excited for that. I might want to do a trailer reaction tomorrow. I just got to figure out how I'm going to be able to do that. I might just have to throw it up on here and then talk through it, because you guys have seen the trailer. So I just talk through it, and, we can go from there. I want to do trailer reactions. I want to do TV show reviews. I want to do a bunch of other stuff like this, sports content, NFL, NBA, dip my hand in that, essentially. But yeah, this is going to be a channel that is going to be constantly trying new ideas. So I hope you guys liked it. Like I said, this is just me testing something out. If it doesn't do well, then we will not explore further down that avenue for my channel. But see you on the next upload.